how to get over your friends try to control you, manipulate you. This is especially true if you are a woman, although this works for everybody, to be quite frank. But I tend to work with women or feminine energy that is very committed to shining, to receiving their word, to attracting love in a blissful manner. All right. So that's who I am. I'm Nicole Elisa, love coach, femininity coach. I'm a psychic. I'm intuitive. I work with the angels of love. I do good. You know, I work for God. I developed this psychic ability because I had so many people try to control me and abuse me, and the sincere only help that I received was from God, source of my angels, and one friend that wasn't trying to control me or manipulate me. By the way, there is an opportunity to do an angel clearing. It's like angel infused Reiki to help you shine and to feel good enough no matter what. That's happening tomorrow, Sunday, September 28th, and you can look at the details. It's for $99, and you can do it, and I would love to see you there. So I just wanted to leave it like that and talk about the topic at hand. You know, sometimes like your friends and your family can hinder you a lot. And I'm getting to expand this to social media as well because social media, especially like TikTok, has, and I noticed how my throat got really weird when I said that. Like it's like almost I didn't want to mention TikTok because there is a control from these, things that we communicate in where they try to hush whatever you say. That doesn't make them necessarily look like they're in the best light. So that's part of the topic at hand, like control, manipulation, siphoning. And you are an honestly like humble, gorgeous, confident, successful woman, and you want to keep on growing. Like you have a desire to keep growing. And what happens sometimes is that you want the people that are around you to join you. And specifically if you're an empath or a light worker, what you don't realize is that people have got to want to grow. And if they don't want to grow, it's not okay for you to sacrifice yourself for them. It just isn't. Because one of the things that I noticed in my human design profile, part of my strategy is wait to respond. And I need some sort of interaction sometimes to pick up information to know I have to be motivated to do it. A lot of people can just come up with content and they just write it just like that. I have to feel something and it's almost reactionary, but it's not. So just now I went on social media and I saw one one post saying something to the lines of, check this out. And this is the thing about growth. Once man's request for peace or need for peace is typically behind a woman that tolerates his disrespect. And I don't agree with that at all, right? It's true that some people, this is more of a conversation about growth, okay? And I'm going to explain more about that. And then on the other end, and then I just got pissed, sincerely, I got pissed when I saw that post because I was like, that is so manipulative. And then the next second, I go to TikTok and the first post that comes up is a man talking about friendships and how sometimes your friend needs time to take it needs time to take for himself, to work on himself, and that's also okay, and that doesn't mean that the person doesn't love you. And somebody said immediately like, well, communication is a two-way street. Like communicating with your friends to tell them that you're not doing okay, like if you don't communicate that that's not okay, that's not cool. And I was like, that is so manipulative too. Like, let's talk about manipulation and people's lack of accountability towards growth. What's really happening underneath all of this is codependency. And this is the triggering part of this because you don't realize it's like, as women, we are the storytellers. And a lot of us are extremely, I hear, insanely codependent. And when you're codependent, there is a need to control. So maybe you have a bunch of girlfriends that are trying to compete with you or control how much, or siphon you and control how much you grow. And they use a lot of jargon like that is sounds nurturing, and I hear they get it from their mothers. And this is a channel message. They get it from their mothers when they're like, "I'm just trying to be there for you." You should communicate how you're doing, like, and because you're codependent, like a lot of women, if you don't take responsibility for your codependence, see, it's gonna bleed into all your interactions, and I hear you're blind to it. So you might be around a group of girlfriends or friends in general that are trying to control you. And you might need time to process, to shift, to grow, to heal. And you want them to be there for you. But if they're unwilling to heal their codependency, everything that you do to support yourself, like truly, and it's an attack to them. Okay? So you cannot take responsibility for people's accountability, lack of accountability towards their growth, and you cannot take responsibility for somebody that is insensitive to your needs. So when I read that second comment about like not communicating to your friends isn't cool, that can be extremely coercive and manipulative. And I need to explain why. Some people are not going to agree, but I know what I'm talking about because it's a form of control. Like if you are actually worried about your friend, you can ask and reach out. Hello there. What is it? Oh, so yeah, so check it out. Somebody, uh, it looks like, well, I don't know if somebody's trying to call me a bitch, but whatever. Um, it's very interesting. So basically, a lot of women don't like being in the wrong. They try to control their relationships because of the codependency and the belief in lack that it sits behind some degree of codependency. If you have a hard time moving into independence and then moving into interdependence and realizing that everything is about you, which is what the gentleman was saying, not everything is about you. Codependency, when a woman is unwilling to grow up and move into independence and codependency and interdependence, she's going to project her wounds, her fears of abandonment onto another person, and she's going to try, and this could be a friend, and try to control them because she wants to keep people wherever she's at. She is unwilling to grow, okay? And because of that, she's going to wrong everything that you're doing to grow. And what I hear that the gentleman was saying is that, maybe you're healing trauma. And the other person is like, no, you need to communicate with me or else I'm going to abandon you. It's like trauma communicating with trauma or trauma not communicating to another trauma and then creating further trauma. And so if you are unwilling to look in the mirror and see what part you are adding to this cycle where it's like you're trying to have ownership of your friends or if somebody's trying to have ownership over you, then you're not going to be happy. Like, you have to, for somebody to heal, you have to feel safe. You have to know that you have safe people around you. So maybe somebody is distancing themselves. Maybe they need some help. You can reach out. It's not about you. Or on the other way around, because I'm just like channeling and talking. I guess I'm learning not to talk to the person that doesn't want to change, and I'm learning to talk to the person who wants to feel safe and wants to change. And that's something that I'm working on, vulnerability. But like the thing here is that you gotta admit that a lot of people, a lot of your friends haven't moved past trauma slash codependency. Okay? And that can make you feel unsafe. It can create a ceiling to your growth. Okay? And you don't feel safe moving on, or maybe you're trying to secretly save them. So you've got to first assess in every interaction where somebody is at. Like these people that you are trying to, hello there, it's nice to see you. Um, you have to take care of yourself first. You have to put on your mask first because you don't want to be subjected to people who are manipulating you like that. Like people are taking advantage of your unresolved or wounds about loneliness, about codependency, and about your pain. You don't want to be taken advantage of like that. Like, so I want to go to the other post where the man was saying like, behind every man. This is a man. This is what pissed me off. Like, it's a man exploiting women, exploiting a woman, saying behind every man that's saying that he needs his peace, It's a woman that's tolerating his disrespect. The fact that a man can say every man, he's exploiting you. Like, he's not conscious, but he's profiting off of you. And you haven't healed this wound of maybe not feeling seen or feeling abandoned. And you're letting yourself be exploited, whether it's by a man or a woman or a friend, and that's not allowing you to shine properly. That's not real discernment. Like, yes, it's true that some men or some women will try to exploit you and ask for peace, but in reality, that's not real. Like, that's not real that every man does that. So, what a lot of these people that haven't chosen to heal, they start to communicate messages that are extremely damaging to your consciousness, but they're not teaching you how to self trust, how to be independent and mindset wise, and how to move into interdependence. A manipulative person will truly try to get you to be at their level or below that. Like, they will try to manipulate your mind to get what you want, what to get what they want. So you have to be very discerning about who you listen to, like your friend, your therapist, your like your lover, your um, coworker, the person that you watch a lot on YouTube or on TikTok. Like, you got to be very discernment, because a lot of people don't move past codependency, and they're trying to coach you or teach you, even your friends, into submission or ownership. They're trying to own you, and they're trying to mentally or emotionally or psychologically, by giving you messages that keep you needy and in a place of lack of self trust. Let me know if this is resonating, because I know that I'm rambling. I can make more videos like this, but it just really triggers me. I feel like I'm talking about, well, it doesn't trigger me. It makes me go into action, okay? Because, whew, like, you got to be more discerning than this. Like, you cannot just take at face value somebody that's trying to trigger a pain point for you. So you're going through something personal, and you don't reach out to a friend for a couple months because you're going through something personal. Then this person makes it a whole thing about how you have to be there for them, you have to report to them, and if you don't respond to them immediately, then boom, like, you're a bad person, you're a bad friend. A lot of women, because I hear they're lonely, they try to own their friends. And a relationship is not ownership, period. It's part of narcissistic teachings that we hear. People that haven't grown try to teach people, how to be in that same pain point than they're at. When you are full of you, you know that people can go through seasons, and you can communicate, hey, are you okay? Well, I'm here for you. I don't want you to be alone during this time. But it's not ownership, it's just wishing another person well. And you deserve that. You deserve people that understand your needs and can have quite, like, conversations with you, that is not a controlling fest. Because that's what a lot of women that are, and this is not everybody, but a lot of women that refuse to heal. And you need to hear this, because I feel like a lot of the women that I'm talking to have been burned by friends that were trying to own them. And you need to accept that a lot of girlfriends that were in that category, they don't want to heal, they want to be right. They just want to be right. They want to own people. They want to punish people for not being there. It's becoming toxic. But they know how to speak in such a way where they demand a quote unquote reciprocity, because they don't really believe, they lost their faith. They have lost their faith, and they're trying to punish you for that and abuse you for that. So just be very mindful that, just because, like, I hear so many conversations, it's like communication goes both ways. You don't know what kind of trauma the other person is going through, right? What kind of love or nurturing that person needs. But you're trying to go tit for tat with a friend, having talent, like a tally number, or I don't know how to say that word, for everything that they do and everything that they do for you, or they don't do. There's things that you need to look at with just doing personal work on yourself, and throw all that anger out. So I know that I'm speaking to two people. I know that I'm rambling, and it's something that I promise to get better at. Like, I've been doing this work for a lot of years. It's just there was a part of me that I feel like in my own trauma, when I heal from PTSD, I and see PTSD, I was shamed by a lot of people, by a lot of friends, family members, for thinking for myself. And one of the biggest breakthroughs that I had healing CPTSD was realizing that I felt like if I had my own thoughts, I was going to be punished. It's a form of like mob mentality. Like you have to think like someone for them to love you. You have to do exactly what they say for them to love you. You have to do all of that for them to love you. That's manipulation. If you do not feel safe thinking for yourself, taking care of yourself in the way that you need to, and if people make you wrong you for that, they have some healing and growing up to do. That's not a you thing, and you got to really assess that when you're choosing friendships, that the person has some degree of maturity, and that that person is willing to take accountability for what they're doing. Like relationships shouldn't be like a punish fest. It's unhealed programming. It's like the man that takes you on a date is trying to prove that you're not a gold digger, and he wants to see if you pay, and he's putting you through tests. You know what I mean? So there's degrees to this, extreme degrees to this, right? But wherever you fall on the spectrum, the answer is building more self trust and more faith in God, that you will get your needs met, that you are enough, that people will see you. You only start acting out that way when you start losing faith. That's what I can share with you. Like people who act that way have lost faith. So they need to boost up their faith. They need to boost up their self trust. They need to forgive. You know, there's a client that I worked with that I did an angel reprogramming, like a couple, like three of them. And out of the blue, like her husband, former husband, actually, her husband, just turned around and gave her like 30K. And he was like, hey, I don't think I treated you right. Like, here you go. Or I've seen that happen, like when couples that have been together for years and there was like a lot of codependency between them, and it was like a lot of demands and expectations, but unwillingness on both parties to fully step up and just show up for themselves and for each other. Then like a lot of breakthroughs would happen, like the person would propose, or they would move in together, or there was a shift in consciousness. So always build up with your own faith, you know, faith that you are going to get it, and believe that the other person can get there. Just don't force them. I'm here to say this. Work on yourself first. Fill up with a lot of faith and grace energetically, and then you might be surprised at the different things that start to occur in your life. Like, I've seen miracles happen. Judgment is not going to be the thing that's going to help. Punishing the other person is not going to help. And I also don't want you to feel like you have to hide from loved ones or family, because like you feel suffocated that people are demanding time from you when you don't feel like you have the capacity to give. You know, like you have to take care of you, and you have to believe in your heart that you will attract people that know how to nurture you, know how to be there with you without demanding or being needy or codependent with you. You know, you have to bump up from codependency. I hear over 60% of women have some degree of codependency. You know, so it's something that taints our sight, how we see things, how we interact with people. Like, that's why there's so many anxious attached women. And I say it's like you're dealing or attracting a man, or you're with a man and it's like you're dealing with a toddler, because you feel like you have to baby people or control people to some degree in some capacity. You might do this slightly, but men are allergic to this, and they don't want to be babied. So you're like trying to baby because you've lost faith along the way, and you feel like you have to nurture somebody or baby them to get what you want. You don't have to. What you have to do instead is fully, like, be so full of self-trust that your energy system picks that up onto, like specifically your nervous system. And from there, like, you trust that you're going to get your needs met, so you don't have to baby people because your nervous system expects it. You attract it. There's more grace running in your nervous system on your inside of your nervous system versus panic, because behind a lot of like nervously attached people, or believe, please know that I've been ambivalent, you know, and I've moved more towards secure. because you got to take ownership. It's like behind that, there's a lot of panic running through your nervous system. It's panic, okay? It's not trust, it's panic. You're panicking. You don't believe that you're going to get your needs met. You've lost faith in like your nervous system is just not trusting, and you don't even realize that you're punishing people or you're like attaching yourself to people in an unhealthy manner. And but if you really have your nervous system running like with a lot of trust and faith and optimism, you relax, and that's a very magnetic energy. It's a more accepting, it's freedom based. I always love that phrase by Maya Angelou about like real love is freedom. You know, it's like you let people show up in the way that they need to, and they will, because of how safe they feel around you, because they can be themselves around you. The person who's done the work will take enough accountability to treat you right. But if somebody's not treating you right, that's a sign that they're unhealed still. There's still stuff that they need to work through. You don't try to go and try to force that person to treat you right. There's something that they need to work through. Yes, you can talk about it, but it's not like trying to forcibly get something from them. You're only doing that because you're not believing that you're going to get enough. So I hope that this is clicking and resonating. I know I'm rambling, but I'll work on it, on just knowing how to communicate this more towards the person that is willing to change. And yeah, like what triggers me about this is a lot of women are taking up over the conversations and narratives from an unhealed space. And it's very controlling. And a lot of the women that are doing this are unwilling to heal. So you want to heal, and you're listening to these women that feel deep down to their core that they have to control to get what they want. And it might not just be a woman. It can be a man. Like, for example, the man that I was saying, he was trying to control you into fear tactics. And it's very interesting. This is a man that's coaching, and at the same time, he's profiting of making you not trust men. Look at my face. He is profiting out of making you not trust men. A woman's greatest power is her capacity for self-trust. And if you are starting from watching a lot of videos feeling like you cannot trust men, that is not true. There are trustworthy men. The gap is that they're not as talkative as, well, some of them, as the men that are talking, okay? For whatever reason, I'm getting to highlight this. Trustworthy men are not going to be doing a 40 million view videos and all the good deeds that they do to prove themselves to you. But you are watching videos on TikTok, on I hear stuff on Pinterest, on Facebook, and all these other platforms of being taught, you cannot trust men, you cannot trust men. No, you got to trust yourself enough to know who to trust. That's the ultimate flex. And if somebody is telling you not to trust anybody, or like an entire, race, or an entire sex or whatever, they are the ones that are not trustworthy, okay? They're trying to make you paranoid. And they're trying to make you recluse and just doubt your entire life. There are good people out there. You just need to become more discerning of that and not let people manipulate you. So your ultimate flex is trust. Trusting yourself. Trusting God first. Trusting yourself. Okay? And to know then who to trust. If it's a friend, if it's a partner, but you gotta be able to have the energy of trust running through your body, okay? Whether that's with the help of God, source, and your angels, you do angel clearance like angel Reiki, or, you work on your nervous system too, because you don't want to have like a shoddy like nervous system that's fried from stress or doubt, okay? You want to be able to know who to trust. And we all, as women, have to grow and bump up from codependency, because a codependent woman has to work on her anxiety, and she has to feel capable of being independent, trustworthy to herself, and trustworthy to others. When a woman has lost faith in herself, because it's not everybody, I'm here to clarify it in a big way, I'm going to yell this. Not every woman that is codependent is controlling or manipulative. I'm not saying that. I'm just in the middle of rambling and channeling. It's so not everybody that's codependent is manipulative, but there is a group. I'm getting, it's kind of 50 and 50, where the woman tries to control to get what she wants. She feels like she has to attach herself to the man or to the friend to control. She hasn't healed her abandoned wound, okay? And therefore, she's now going on different platforms, controlling and demanding and being needy with other people. But she's also in power positions where she's teaching other women that want to learn that I hear everything is about them. And it's not. You have to be able to learn how to self-regulate. The people that you love could be going through stuff. And you can have conversations with them. But notice that all the kind of conversations that people, like, not all, but like a lot of the conversations that women are having are online is, if you cannot be there for me, I'm out. Pay attention that they're teaching you to exit relationships very quickly. And things are not as black as white. People are going through challenges. You're not always right. I'm here to tell you, you're not. And in order to heal and to grow, you have to realize that and get curious without controlling another person. It's like the analysis of the helicopter boss. You cannot lead from a lack of trust or needing to control to get what you want. Let me see. There's a message there. Yeah, people are just writing random stuff. So, ramble / channel message, and I hope that it clicks, or whatever parts of it did. Women are not always right, and we, like, a lot of these women. I'm seeing a bunch of hummingbirds next to the window. That's beautiful. A lot of, yeah, and a lot of these women don't like being challenged and being wrong. They'll have a fit, right? Because they have to be right in their nervous system to feel safe. But when you're really safe, you don't have to be right all the time. You know that you're lovable, okay? And people are going to love you, and it's not like a punishing fest. I know I'm speaking into bigger terms that require more time, but I wanted to address it because you're listening to a lot of women out there that have control problems. A lot of your girlfriends have control problems. They need to control to win. They need to control. They don't trust themselves. So it's like they operate based off of tit for tat mentality. And they're not really trusting deep down that they're going to get what they want. And it's something that needs to happen. Like, control needs to change at the level of our partnerships and friendships, because it's becoming insidious at this point. Give yourself grace, give other people grace, and also know how to take care of yourself and know who is trustworthy or not. And that's what I wanted to say. A lot of people are profiting of women's wounds, okay? And they're making you hyper vigilant and not trusting. You gotta be able to trust yourself first to know who to trust. And the people that are trying to control you, they're not your friend. And maybe if you're trying to control another person, you're not their friend. What you need to do is to know how to manifest what you want without needing to control. Control is suffocating, okay? I hear it makes people allergic to love. If love feels controlling, a lot of people don't want it. Don't control. Stay safe out there, right? A lot of people have cords to their third eye and to their heart chakra because of, I see like kind of like a puppeteer energy. Somebody's trying to puppeteer you into doubting either your worth, your stability, your peace. So many people feel like they have to puppeteer you. What the heck is that? Right? So we're gonna be doing an angel clearing tomorrow. It's like angel reiki on clearing not enoughness, and a lot of it is from the collective, and it's gonna resonate, and we're gonna clear up all these cords from people trying to suffocate you and having you attached to them or not believing yourself because they don't want you to shine that much. And it's $99 you can join, and you can also work with me on your nervous system, which is a deeper program. It's called Mesmerized Sessions, where I help you shine from your nervous system and feel confident no matter what. There's great people out there, okay? Don't listen to the people that try to control you and try to make you spiral into a lack of trust. Yes, it's good to know about narcissistic content, about people that are immature, but you gotta check when like your friends around you are being immature, or there's like some things that you're learning from them that are immature, and it's not a reflection of who you are. Like, people need to bump up and grow up. And if we stop our growth, then you are a danger to your relationships. Like, sincerely, why would you stop growing? Why? And that's part of the collective. Like, they're profiting off your wound of abandonment, and they're making you entitled towards growth. And if you're an entitled person, why would somebody want to be in a relationship with you? Like, relationship, like love or dating or friendship. Like, if you are an entitled person, why would somebody want to be in a relationship with you? And maybe that's what you don't want other, like, I know I'm changing to the person that's not willing, but maybe that's what you don't want people to see. You know, maybe that's what you don't want people to see, that you're entitled. So, um, women out there, take care of themselves. Recognize entitled people. Don't let them give you jargon about how it's the right and just thing to do. Because it's your mother wound in action. You don't realize it. Like, they're trying to manipulate you into choosing them. Girlfriends out there. So choose yourself. These women around you need to grow up. And don't let yourself be manipulated by people that are trying to teach you scarcity and lack. All right? I love you very much. Sending you massive love. If you would like to join, I would love to see you there. And I promise I'll work on that. Because I do feel like there's a duality of the people that listen to me, you know? But you need, like, everybody's got to grow up. I got to grow up. Like, we got to grow up. We got to grow up. And be a safe space to other people. Love is not manipulation anymore, I hear. Like, that was never love. So I hope this video connected with you, and take care.